Is DRIZILik the biggest hip-hop artist from Sierra Leone? Well, that is not my answer. It is up with you, the fans. You have the answer towards that question. But as far as I'm concerned, or what I know, DRIZILik is the biggest new school rap artist from Sierra Leone. No cap about it. He has presented himself for being different platform that no other new school rap artist has ever been, or either some of our OGs has ever been. You name it, starting from the YouTube Africa Music Festival 2 times, the Bet Africa Cypher, so on and so forth. He has been there at the MTV Awards, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of differences between him and his fellow new school artists with the OGs. But there is something here I want to talk about. DRIZILik get a interview where you do, of recently with a Netherlands radio station. I think it is a radio station and a TV as well, online. But he was not at the radio station until they made a call. We are in and do the interview. But this interview don't circulate in the media, don't get fans, captivated, in a sense that some of the way and means how DRIZILik answer most of the questions don't they captivate fans them that DRIZILik outspokenness, don't they sell them out. Yeah. DRIZILik answered some of them questions here in a very much respectable and preferable way that, you know who expected DRIZILik is that smart. Trust me, this young woman. But before I talk much on this, let us go straight to the video. Let ourselves watch and listen to what the young man say. At first, there is a question where then directly to ask him how he come across, how he could go about this name when at DRIZILik. Now in biological name or not just a stage name. So let's go straight to the video. Watch it.
Het was good. Afgelopen zo Eric, back at it, 12 uur. Je weet zelf, normaal zouden we eigenlijk gewoon nu een lekkere mix draaien. Maar ja, we hadden niemand minder dan DRIZILik on the phone. So, DRIZILik, where you is at?
I'm currently in London.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What's good? Welcome to Galaxy, bro. Welcome to Galaxy, my bro.
Thank you very much, guys, for having me. Oh, actually, one person, but I've had like 3 voices.
Oh no,
you guys are there.
The whole crew in the building. The whole crew is in the building. We all came out for you, bro. We came to support the DRIZILik vibe, bro.
Family. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much.
Just to start off, like I think we were all discussing it over here, like DRIZILik. How did you get that name? Like, is that your real name or is that your artist name? Like, okay.
That's my artist name.
Okay.
So DRIZILik started as a nickname. So when I was younger, my friends used to call me Driz, DRIZ, because I'm a big fan of Drake.
Okay.
So they used to call me Driz. And my middle name is Menelik, MENELIK.
Wow.
So yeah, when I started using social media, I just merged the two, Drizzy and Menelik. So that's DRIZILik, and it just stuck.
Wild. Okay, so
yeah.
DRIZILik.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. So first and foremost, man, tell us something about yourself, bro. Who is DRIZILik? What's DRIZILik about? What's going on with DRIZILik?
So DRIZILik is a Sierra Leonean musician. I make Afrobeats music and hip hop. Primarily, I'm a rapper, but Afrobeats is our music. So I use my lyrics and my skills using Afrobeats. I mean, I make all types of music also. I try to be versatile.
So as another watch, DRIZILik on this first episode, he talk about how he create the name DRIZILik and how he start a music career. Which he use for starting music at first. He say he use a computer. In fact, in order to get idea of knowing the FL Studio, Cubase, and so the other apps or softwares where studio engineers and they use for record. You get no idea at all by then 2011 when he start music. He just get a computer in friend win a raffle draw and I computer them they use for record. They use the software within the machine. for record. From there, now later on you come across, say, there is a software with a Cubase and what we begin recording in a professional studio. So further go again, the AXAM. There is this question where, interestingly, the guy we answer this question, it even gets the studio presenters them, the host them for, man, you were damn smart and clever. The AXAM waiting. What is the differences between with Salon sound and that of the West African sound? We'll now watch the interview and see how the young man answer these questions.
Obviously, the powerhouses in West Africa are Ghana and Nigeria. What is different to your sound?
The voiceover quick start. Voiceovers.
Can you hear me? So
Yes,
I would like to know the difference between, cause obviously I know Big Zoo from Sierra Leone. You had a featuring with him as well. But what's the difference? But I know that he's more UK based. You're more local, right? So can you explain what the difference is between the Sierra Leonean sound and what the sound of West Africa we already know?
Okay, so there is traditional Sierra Leonean music, just like every other country, and then there is contemporary music. So the traditional sounds of Sierra Leone are Milo jazz, Bubu music, Umbe music, and that sort. But the contemporary music in Sierra Leone is Afrobeat. Yeah. What makes our own different is we sing in Creole and not Pidgin.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you guys will say how the body, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
Obviously, and I have a lot of salon friends as well, so that's why I know how the body.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you had him, right? This man is not just lyrically in line, but is smart and clever. For somebody they answer short questions, like when you go for exam, you don't know which question to go for. No, this is exam, because exam you go take and fit say, they don't teach me this, maybe now within an question and go ask me. But this you go in an interview, you don't know which question exactly they go ask you, and you answer perfectly as within the guest then they expect forget from you. The young man is very smart. So if further go again and talk about experience so far when it be partake now the African bet Cypher. We all know within that Cypher they be brought about back home, the so on and so forth talk between rappers and so on and so forth. Without talk say do well, do that. So it talk about an experience now the bet Cypher. We're now listening to the man himself.
And also you participated with the BET International Rap Cypher. How was that experience for you, for a local Sierra Leonean guy, to get such an exposure?
That was a blessing for me. Whenever I get such exposure, it's more than just how it benefits me, because like you said, Sierra Leonean artists. Sierra Leone is a small country, let's just put it that way, and we barely get any exposure. So for me to represent on that level, it's more than just what it the impact is more than just what it does to my career. It's bigger than just me, the DRIZILIK brand. It's more what it does for Sierra Leone. So I feel really good about it, and I appreciate those platforms. It also challenges me to do more, because the more you put in and get rewarded, the more it shows you how far you can really go with this thing. So it inspires me, and also I'm a rap fan, like I'm a hip hop fan, and I grew up watching the BET Cypher a lot. So I mean, it was a blessing being there with all these other rappers and all, and I got to attend the BET Awards, and I was there in the same room with some of the people that I admired a lot. So it's just a blessing for my face to be on BET television after watching them for so many years. It's just blessings, man. Yeah, it's just blessings. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Among all the questions the way DRIZILIK answer now this interview, this particular question, now it make I grow extra love for this young man, and I grow how for call himself, I get extra energy for this young man, asking him if after you don't get a bigger platform like this, if given the chance, what thing you go do for change music na saloon and that of West Africa? When I listen to this young man, when I listen to an answer and learn from this guy is clever. He know what he's doing. Trust me.
I was also wondering if you could change one thing about the music industry in West Africa or in Sierra Leone. What would it be?
If I
Or
could
you know,
change
the
one thing.
Afrobeats. Yeah.
What I would do, I would make streaming, because it's the order of the day, I would make streaming easier for the audience in low tier territories. I wouldn't put it as tier A, tier B, tier C. I would make sure I would bring equity to the game. Because one thing that is affecting Africa right now, everybody thinks all African music is Nigerian music. I mean, shout out to the Nigerians, they're doing amazing. But Africa is not a country.
No.
Africa is so diverse, you know. And one thing that is hindering the progress of other territories in Africa or other music from other nations in Africa, it's because of the consumption. So more exposure is given to the more profitable territories, i.e. Nigeria and Ghana and South Africa and Kenya, whilst because of the low revenue that is being generated from the other territories, they don't get much exposure. So if you look at like a playlist on Spotify, like what is this called, Africa Hits, 90% of the song on Africa Hits are music from Nigeria, and that kind of represents Africa. So it's like the rich getting richer. It's like you give more opportunities to those who already have the opportunities. And I feel like one thing that affects that is because it's hard to access streaming services in some parts of Africa. I'm from Sierra Leone, and our most popular means of payments online is mobile money. We haven't really got to the point where people exactly, it's Momo, exactly.
Yeah.
We haven't got to the point where people are, you know, au fait with using credit card and other means of payment. So it's hard for them to access services like Apple Music, Spotify, even though it's available to Sierra Leoneans. So it's hard for the numbers to reflect on those platforms. And once, if you're an African artist, you don't have like 50,000 monthly listeners or 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify and Apple Music, those two platforms, they won't consider you, like record labels won't consider you for opportunities, and it just goes on. It's like it trickles on to other forms of other opportunities across the board. So I would change the way streaming services, I would bring more inclusion to streaming services and make sure low tier streaming territories get access.
I gotta say, I really appreciate your answer, and I like the way you think.
Okay, so a lot of people on the talk recently say there's a leak in recent growth, both nationally and internationally, now because of a role with Idris Elba. So there's a leak, not waste no time here. You get for spill out or leave the cat out of the box. So now they can talk and tell me directly how he meets Idris Elba when I watch the video.
That's good. Obviously, I mentioned Big Zoo before, but you also had a collab with a big movie star, Idris Elba. How was that? How did that come about?
Shout out to Idris Elba and shout out to Big Zoo too. I mean, I've collaborated with Big Zoo twice now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Idris Elba, I met Idris Elba in Sierra Leone. No, actually, Idris Elba came to Sierra Leone. I wasn't able to meet him the first time, but my manager did. And no sooner he left, that's when COVID hit. So COVID hit as soon as Idris Elba left Sierra Leone. And so his team reached out to my company back home to produce an infographic sensitization series on coronavirus. So I was casted on one of the skits, I think he saw the skit and he was like, and my manager was like, oh, he's not an actor, he's also like a rapper and artist, and I think you should check out his music. And then he listened to my music and he asked for my number. My manager connected us and we just started collaborating. The first song we worked on obviously was Ashobi, but before even we released the Ashobi song, we did like 3 or 4 collaborations. Up to date, we've made like a whole album worth of music, and he's such a close friend of mine. I mean, I love working with him. It's just our friendship keeps growing, collaboration, and you know, whenever I'm in London, he looks after me. He's a great and generous guy. I'm inspired by him. Also, he's very artistic, and whenever I'm in the room with him, like creating, he's accommodating. He makes me feel ease to create. You know, when you're in the room with a giant, sometimes you get shook, you panic, but he makes it very comfortable for me to, you know, be myself and you know, step into my own greatness and just shine. So yeah, I appreciate him for that.
That's amazing to hear.
So lastly, we're not going to explain or try for react to the whole video. The last part we will react to now, DRIZILIK. Of course, people can talk, say DRIZILIK not a give platform to young artists or collaborate with fellow musicians. You know, once you even get for understand, but DRIZILIK is different with the others. Trust me. You know, everything about DRIZILIK is well arranged, so you can't just get in like that. So DRIZILIK talk about how, in as a big artist, they give back to the nation by involving young artists in platform, like featuring young artists as he did in recent EP, when at the Wait and See, he featured several young artists them. As he do also in past events in London, we all see for the first time a Sierra Leonean gets an event out of Sierra Leone and fly out up to more than 4 young artists them, Sierra Leonean artists them, for going to London and grace the event as well. And they also don't give platform to several young artists them now and shows them back home. And they talk a lot of things. When I watch the video, as I say Tata. Thank you. This is Hiphop Sierra Leone. If you're watching us for the first time, leave us a comment and don't forget to like this video. Click on the notification bell so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be notified. Thank you.
You was talking about platform just now. How do you use your own, or how do you want to use your own platform for the next generation of Sierra Leonean artists that are coming out? Because you have worked with the big artists already from your country, but how are you trying to use your platform to like push the next generation forward?
So when it comes to that, in many different ways. One of the ways I've always done is because I'm heavily involved in show production. I consider myself a part-time show promoter. So I organize most of my shows overseas. Last year we did a concert in London. We did a 1200 venue, 1200 capacity venue, and I flew in 5 other young Sierra Leonean musicians. I mean, these are very talented guys. It was their first time in the UK. They came over and it became more than just DRIZILIK live in concert. It was more like I turned my show to a Sierra Leonean party, and I did the same thing in Washington DC last July 5th, and I'm doing the same thing this year, July 5th, in Washington DC and in London. So when it comes to my concert, I always make sure I put on the next big thing coming up. And also I do a lot of collaborations with young artists. If you look at if you check the EP, I have a new EP out. It's called Wait and See. All the artists featured on that EP are up and coming young artists from Sierra Leone, St. Lucia, and other places. You know, I have I don't only focus on Sierra Leoneans based in Sierra Leone. I also featured a Sierra Leonean artist based in Italy. I featured a Sierra Leonean Jamaican artist. I also featured a Sierra Leone artist based in. I also featured Sierra Leone artists based in Sierra Leone. So I try to give back doing collaborations, making platform for them in my shows. I'm booked for most of the festivals back home. So when I'm headlining, I usually bring on stage like the new big big thing in the underground, from the underground. So yeah, that's some of the ways I've contributed. I mean, writing camps with some of them. Last December, my company organized a talent show, and the four finalists got to record a full EP with me. We already have recorded that EP, and we're in the mixing stage. We are hoping to release by the end of summer this year. That's a 5-track EP with 5 new rappers that no one has even heard of in Sierra Leone. So yeah, these are some of the ways that I have tried to work with or inspire up and coming artists,
Okay.
From Sierra Leone.
It sounds really dope and really nice, dope achievements, and also the engagement you have with other Sierra Leone artists.
Right.
What